where an offense...
Early last year, Uganda passed a tougher Anti-Homosexuality Act providing severe punishment for those engaged in aggravated homosexuality.
Is now an act of parliament.
In response, the United States led a chorus of protests over the matter. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration followed up its threats with action by removing Uganda from the African Growth Opportunity Act, among other measures. In a letter to the Speaker of the U.S. Senate, Biden stated that the measures would take effect by January 1, 2024, on the grounds that Uganda was engaged in human rights abuse. The measure would shut off close to 40 billion shillings in annual revenue from the export of duty-free products to the U.S., at least as of 2022. However, the Minister of State for Trade, David Bahati, says the government is committed to stand by its decision against homosexuality.
We are proud of the decision we make to defend the institution of marriage, and Uganda will not bow down because of these threats, and will continue to build our markets with other countries. And the markets are there, including the strategy of import substitution.
Bahati adds that the unfortunate decision is a wake-up call for the continent to build self-sustaining economies and establish alternative markets.
We have woken up to know that strength, that unity is strength, and that's the reason why we formed the African Continental Free Trade Area. That's the reason why we are integrating the East African community. That is the reason why we have opened preferential markets with China.
Although there have been bilateral talks at presidential level on the matter, it is unclear if this will result in reversal of the decision taken by Washington in the near future.
We are importing second-hand clothing from the Americans worth almost $800 million, and yet we have raw materials, cotton and others, to produce our own clothing within the country. So we can close our citizens and repress the imports that we have been getting from out. So the solution to these threats, the solution to these long decisions, is really to build a self-sustaining economy.
A petition filed at the Constitutional Court to challenge the Anti-Homosexuality Act is pending consideration and resolution. Jackson Onyango, NTV, Kampala.